Hey guys, welcome to Coder in Me. Today we will talk about the continuous. We will continue this Apex, and in the first and second video, you learn that I talked about what is Apex, how we are going to use it, what is the data type, and what is the OOPS concepts, and also I told you about more about data types and certain objects, classes, and also how Salesforce connect everything as an object, and how there is methods and all that things, right? And in the third, basically in this video, we will talk about these things that is in our Apex, right? The first thing is very easy, very easily concepted, created, that in most of the cases we use the condition like okay, if this is something, you have to do this. And so this is the if the same has switch. In switch, if the value is something, you put the in this case we put the value as that, in this case you put the value as that. And after that we have if you have bulk of records, you have list of records, if you have collection of data, and if you want to do something, if you want to iterate it, so for iteration we have do while, we have for loop, right? And then after that we will talk about the collections. Okay, so first of all, it's a very simple thing. So first of all, we will check here how we use if, right? So here it is if let's say integer, you already know, right? Integer a is equal to 4, right? And here I am writing it if a %2 is equal to 0, system.debug even number, right? Else system.debug odd, right? Something like that. So let's execute. Percent does not work. This means that we have to find something like mod. So we have a method that will work, so don't worry at all. So percent means you understand that I am checking out the remainder, right? So these are the methods. Math has also a class, and we have multiple methods. So one of the method I am using it here is a mod. Okay, now let's check. So you can see it is a even number. So it is a very much simple, right? If, else, and all that things. Here the condition is, suppose now we are adding we are adding then okay, that it is divisible by 5 or something like that, right? So what I will do, I am putting is else if. So man.mod, I will check a comma 5 is equal to 0. Here I will put debug also can be also multiple of 5, right? So okay, so this is very much easy, we are just using if, else. Now the let's understand how it works actually. If something command is coming here, system is coming here, it will check first this. Okay, if it fails, if and only if fails, it will go to these two. Otherwise, if it is true, it will not goes to here and here. The command will execute in the end. Okay, got it? So just what I'm saying, that if third condition will fail, then it will goes to 6. If 6 condition is also failing, then it will go to 9. If third is passed, third line is passed, this means it will not go to 6 or 9, right? If third is failed, it will go to 6. If 6 is passed, it will not go to 9. Okay, you know what I mean? So there is no chance that if is working, else if will also work. No, that's not a chance. If I'm writing if Now there is a chance that the command will go on 3 also, the command will go on 6 also. Got it? So it will check first of all this thing, then it will check second of this thing, then because if it is fail, then it will go to check this not multiple of 5. Okay, so now you understand the if else if concept. So and this will be we will use these type of things multiple times. We have to use multiple things, we have to check things, right? And we are going to check everything. We are going to this will be very helpful. So just it is if else if, it is somehow very much simple, it is somehow very much easy. Okay, the second thing that we are going to talk about, it is somehow like switch case. In the switch, it is something like the every value condition is here, and this is the variable line. Okay, so now using this same, what I will do, I will use the code here. So I'm using switch, okay, on A. Let's suppose I'm just doing it. Now here I will use when math, let's check, maybe it should work. No, it should not work. Mod, I'm just trying. When math.mod A is equal to 0, system.debug even, let's check it work. Maybe it should, maybe it should. Okay, we have the second option, that is when else. So we will put when else. Let's check. No, so this we cannot work, right? So then what we can do, I think something like that. Let's check it is working or not. Yeah, maybe it is working. Great. So now you can understand that what I did, this is just same thing that we did in the code. First of all, let's check. Okay, so this is the condition that is here, right? And here what we write, the value was written here. So the same thing, if I have to write in the switch case, what I can do, I can write as in like this, that I will check this math.mod, right? Because I have to check the remainder. So if the remainder of this, if the remainder is 0, then it is even. If it is else, then it is odd. This means the whatever the value is here, we can check it by 1 1 1. Okay, if you need like null, you can just put it as a null, there will be no problem, right? If you want to check multiple things like 0 2 4 6, so they are like either of these 0 2 4 6, anything we can put it like that. So more than one thing we can also check, right? Suppose you want to check that the 4 is the value is like A is 4 0 2 6, anything that is even. So now you can check A is because 4, so that's why it will be checked, right? We can add multiple when, then like 1 3 system.debug, like that, right? So now you can understand we can use switch case also, right? So this is switch case basically that is working, and there is multiple thing that we should consider. The first thing, that it will work only integer, long, a subject, a string, and enum, right? And after that you can also understand that like like we are checking that, okay, if anything that is coming account, this is account or not, right? So like we want to check the instance, that when anything that is coming that is an object, account, or something else, so we can just check right on that, right? So any object that we can check, so that is if a subject is instance of account, if a subject instance of contact, or what. So here same, a subject, it is account A, a context C or something like that, so we can check it like that, right? The problem is that here we can see that there we can use multiple value, right? But a subject, for a subject we can only use single. And that's the thing that we have to understand. That's a simple different thing that we understand. Okay, so this is regarding the conditional operator. Whenever we are talking about the condition, it is a condition operator. Now let's check the condition, like like I'm talking like we have used iteration. Like suppose I have to print a number from 1 to 10. What I will do for integer, I think this we have used in C, C++, Java, any other language we have already used. So similarly I will use here for integer I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus, right? And here what I am exactly doing, I will just print it system dot debug I. So it will give you 1 to 10 numbers. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. That's it. So it is giving you the number, right? Now I want like you already know, right? I want even number only. Suppose I want only even number. So what I will do, I is equal to I plus 2, something like that. And here we will print it 0 from 0. Execute 02468, 02468. Got it? So this is something that we are right now we are talking, right? So this is a for loop. Suppose I want something is an like there is multiple things, like suppose for that I will have to talk multiple things, like, but the similar thing that for can be used as a for we will be used like this, and we will have different approach also, like for the records list of data, list of something. So in that case we will use also. So for that purpose I will first of all I will let you know about the list and collections also. Okay, so that is the first thing, that is very easy right now, you can see. The second thing, a similar thing that we can use here, right? While suppose we have the condition here, integer I is equal to 0, that I can put here, and then I can write while I is less than equal to 10. This is same, right? And then I can write this, right? And then I can write this. So this is just the same of this, so you can write, right? So what exactly it is doing, that this while will work only until 10, when I reach the 10. So what is the value right now? 0. This condition is working if it is less than 10. So because it is less than 10, so it will print the I is 0, then it will add the 0 in 2, so it will be 2, so it will run 5 times, right? 6 times basically, and after the 6th time it will not run. So basically it will print the same thing, 0 2 4 6 8 10. So this is do while and all that. Okay, but before that, because I have to go I have to show you the for and while, basically the use of that in Salesforce. Right now this is the basically mathematical calculation, but you will use most of the for and while and everything in the in your basically in your object with your S object, with your Apex class, because you have to connect the connections. We have to check the data from account, check the data from contact or any other subject. So that's why we have to take care of that. Okay, so for that purpose, we have multiple data type. That was a primitive data type, integer, double, you can say string, date. These were there, subjects were there, right? Now we have a collection of a subject, right? That is known as list. One is list, the second is set. So list, basically what is basically list, what is about list? So let's check first. Okay, so now you can see the regarding the list is a basically collection of objects. So this means if you want to make some collection of integers, if you want to make some collection of account, if you want to make like collection of string, so that is at a special type of list. Similarly we have set, similarly we have map. So list and set are somehow very much same, but there is a very much difference. In the list, everything is basically in a sorted order, what is exactly the sorted order? This means, you know, like at the first index the value is there, right? Suppose list is something like that, it will look like that, 1 2 3 4 5. So this means whenever, suppose this is a list, I'm not writing as a code, right? I will tell you how to write the code right now, just to understand. So this means the position, the first position in the code, basically, you know, that is started from 0. So at the 0 condition position, the value is 1, right? Here right now, suppose it's true 21 written, so right at the first position, at the first index of this array or this list, basically the value is 21. So this is basically this. So list is basically, you know, already is an order. So we have indexes for every position, like what is the in here, what is the here's, like that, no, right? And the very good thing is that, you know, you can iterate it over a list. When you will query, when you write the SQL queries in the Salesforce, it will always return a list. So these are the things that, you know, list we can sort it, list we can insert it, so we can make direct DML operation on list. We cannot make DML operation on set, but we can make direct operation on list. List also works on everything as objects, primitive data type, and everything like that, right? And similarly, the set has a, you know, similar type of thing, but set is a unique, set always contains the unique data. Here we can write again the 1, but in set we cannot write 1 again, right? Because it will understand, set as will understand it is same, but the order is not identified here, right? We cannot sort it, we cannot insert it, we cannot put the DML operation here, you know. So in you know, behind the set, basically there is a hash generator, so that's why it always, you know, makes you unique. It is not sorted also, right? So it makes you unique. So whenever you want to, you know, add something that is unique, so that will give you always a, like, you know, that you have to use set. You want to know, like suppose you already know, right, that account has multiple contacts, right? Suppose, and you are saying that there is 50 records, 50 contact is coming. Suppose, let's understand that 50 contact is coming, and we don't know that who is the account. Now if you will put it into the list, so there will be 50 accounts, but we know that, okay, maybe there be chances only 5 accounts, you know, one account has 20 contacts, one account has 5 contacts, one account has 15 records. So if you will put it into the set, it will give you the correct unique 5 account that has these 50 contacts, you know. But if you will put it in the list, what it will give, it will give you the 50 account, but you know, in 50 they are only 5, they look like 50, right? So in that case we will use set. Map is the basically set collection of this set and list. We will tell more about it in the, you know, next part and everything, but right now we will understand only list and set. Okay, now how to write the list. So list is very simple. List, start this with this, then you have to write the data type, what exactly we are adding. Suppose we are adding integer, so this is list of integer, and then put the name like number list, something like that. Now this list initiate it, so it is same, like, you know, we have to initiate it every time. So let's initiate it. Basically it's a definition or it's initiation, right? So that's why we cannot, you know, like, it is similar to C++ or Java, that, you know, or JavaScript, you can also say that if you will not define it, you can, you know, you can directly not put it. So now if I want to add anything, so in list we have multiple methods. So now I want to add some integers in this list, so I will add 1, right? So there is 1 is added, 3 is added, you can see I'm adding 11 is added. Let's check what is the number here. So list is, now I will put the name of the list, num list. So name is num list. Okay, let's check. Sorry, new list, integer, num list. Okay, sorry, bracket. Yeah. So here now you can see everything is added, 1 3 11. So it is a list basically, and it is in order, so it does not change the order, right? So, and what I was exactly telling you, that, you know, it can contain the duplicate. So now I will again add the 3, you can say, or 1 basically, you can see that. Right, so you can see everything is there. So that is this index, and I was talking about the index. So now you can see if I am talking about the the second index, let's see what it will give you. Second index means 0 1 2, this means it will give you, it should give you 11. Let's see, 11, right? So now you can see that this is how it's working, right? Okay, so there is first way, there was first way. The second way to add it at this value is somehow very much simple. You don't have to do anything. The condition, like, and you want to add something like 1 3 11 1, right? Let's check. Okay, so I'm just executing these two lines, so that's why I will click in this execute highlighted. So it should give you 1 3 11 11, right? Let's see. So there is two way. If you already knows the data, directly we can condition put it here, right? If you already know that, like, if we want to put it again and again, so there is two way, add and this, right? There's third way, that suppose this is the list, that is one list, that second list is this, and in which we have some value 114, something like 13 23 or 11 and 11, right? Now I want to put these list, this first list and the second list in the single list. So let's like any list, like suppose so what I can do, I can add this. So I can add num list dot, we have a method add all. In add all, basically in add all we can add the single list. So now what it will give you, you can see these four and then these four will be added in this list, num list. So we can add it. So add all will be used to add any set or any list into the list, into the new list or that list, basically that in which you are adding. So you are adding it here, so in which you can see the data will be there. Execute, let's check. So this means the first list that were only 4 records, 4 value, now it has 8 values, right? Can you see the values at 8? Okay, so this is basically we can use add all. Okay, we can use, okay, let's do one more thing. We can use sort method also. Sort, let's see sort is working or not. So what exactly sort will do? Sort will sort it. The meaning basically that will ascending order, descending order, something like. Here you can see the value was there, now it has sorted 1 1 3, then 11 11 11, then 14 22. So it is a sorted, right? Okay, so similarly, but if we will if the value is right now, you can see if the value, suppose this value is in set, right? So suppose I'm talking about this set and I'm adding these 3, right? And now suppose I'm just debugging it here, num list 2, just making comment here. Okay, so I'm adding it here now because I told you already, right? So we can put we can make the set as in, so the condition is also the same, that we can make set this also, we can make set this also, we can add this like this. So yeah, set is also like we can add, if we want to add, we want to make big, we want to make list, we want to make add elements, we want to make records in the set, we can put it. We can like we are adding 1 3 11, so this is the same set, right? Here also we can do that, but the problem is that set only contains unique. So now what we can see, let's hope that it will give you 14 23 11 only, right? Let's see. Right, 11 14 and 23. So here it is basically already think, you can see that the value is only unique is only, it is added. Now if you will see here, right, now I'm adding here, that num list is here. So first of all, let's see what is in there. So the value should be 1 3 11 only, right? Let's see first this. Value should be 1 3 11, right? You can see. So this is the 1 3 11 basically, right? Okay, now I'm adding here, so let's see what exactly it's do. Sorry, I think yeah, this is basically this num list. Okay, So what exactly? It should be 1, 3, 11, then 14, and then 23. These are the unique values. Okay, let's check. 1, 3, 11, 14, and 23. 1, 3, 11, 14, and 23. Got it? So this is basically, we are talking about the set. That is how the set can be used. Now, okay, so then how, so this is basically, we were using. Now, suppose what I want to do, like there is condition, like I think you have already used it, right? So like for integer, okay, and I'm making it list, I'm making it list. Okay, and now here I'm using it for integer I is equal to 0 to I less than equal to 10 I plus plus. I'm adding only even numbers. So if I will put if math dot mod, right, I comma 2 is equal to 0. This means if the number is divisible by 2, this means it's an even. So then only I will add it. So what I will do, numlist dot add I. Okay, so when we will see, it will give you 0 to 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's see what exactly happened. Again there is something. Oh, okay, yeah. Zero, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is in the list. The even number is in the list, right? So this is basically something that we are talking about right now. Okay, so anything that is in the number, like you can see, you can put it, you can put the condition and everything that is already there, so you can directly add it. So here, how we were going to use it, how we are going to check it, and that was basically the thing here, right? Okay, now we want to extract this list. So there is two way, like we want to check the list, you want to print it one by one, or you want to you want to check also, you want to print it everything. So how we can do that? There is two way. What is the type of this number list? The type is integer, so we can do integer even, like I will write even means even number. Okay, and here I will put the name of this list. Okay, and now we can print it, so it will give you even number. First of all, let's check, and then we will discuss what exactly it is given. So this is the diff, like you can see here. So what exactly it happens, in the number list the value is 0, 2, 4, 6, 10, and I want to fetch it again and again by using the iterator. So what I did, this is the list of the records we are talking about. What is the data type, I have put in a variable, and then it is used. So this is very much simple, right? That's simple this way. If we want to do it this way, so how we will write it, it will be like similar to this. Okay, and that is like we don't use normally now, but we can do it here. Dot size, we have also a method to check the size, and then we can put it here, and then rerun it. We can do it like this, right? So here what is exactly doing, that this will work whatever the size of this list is. Suppose what is the size of this list, you want to check the size, so it should be 5, right? Because we have 5 value or 6 value, basically 6 value, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it is 6 value, the size is 6, so it will run from 0 to 6 and it will print, right? Okay, so it will run from 0 to 6 and then it will print the number. So this value will give the same, this will also give the same. Let's check. So the size is 6, the printing is 0, 2, 4, 6, 10, then 0, 2, 4, 6, right? So this is basically like this is how we can use the for loop. For loop is as in this and this also. right? Okay, so let's check. So this is basically, you know, the number thing. Like now we are talking about the subject. So a subject we can use also list account, right? I'm writing like this. I'm putting the account list, and then I'm writing select id from account where name, like for SQL videos you can check my other videos. In that already I have told multiple things, so you can check it. So now I'm checking that put everything on the account that is in this list. Okay, let's say, let's see how much data is in this list. The size in this list is, I'm just checking the size of this list. Okay, so in this account with the name of Saif we have 7 records, right? And we want to print it. So what we can do, we can just see this as a, what is the data type, you know, the account data type is account, so ACC, and then this is the list name. Now anything we can use system.debug, we can print the name of ACC name. Okay, now it will not run. Why? Let's see why it's not run. I will execute it, will give you the error. You can say because in the query, you can say in the query I have not added the name and I am here using it, so that's why I have to use this name also. Okay, now it will print the name, right? You can see the size is 7, and then these are the names that we were talking. These are the name of the accounts that we were talking. So basically, you know, we can fetch using the for loop. We have used the for loop for account ACC, account list, and then we can make it as anything, right? So anything that is basically, you know, like we can just check it, we can just check the size, we can put it in the list, and you know, similarly we can also use the DML operation on the list and set. Okay, similarly, like suppose we are talking about this context. Select id from contact where account dot, I put it where account dot name like this Saif, right? So now the everything is on the contact object, right? So everything is on the contact object. This is the contact list. Now we are talking about the contact list. This is the size. Here we can see there is contact contact list, right? So everything that is in right now is in contact. So we can check the size, we can check the name, contact date name, or contact dot last name also. I'm talking about the last name, so we can put the last name. Okay, let's see how much data is there. So 4 record is there, you know, but we don't know the account name. So what we will do, we will, because I need the account name, so what I will do, I will use the account name. Because I need the account name, but account name can be, you know, not unique, so that's why we will use set and string, because name, account name is a string text basically, you know. So we will put account name, and now let's see it will use, how it will use. So I am using it into the set. So this is account name dot add. I am going to use contact dot account dot name. For anything like parent, child, and everything, we have another video SQL for SQLs. So go to that video, check the first of that. So that's why it is going to help you, right? So that's why I'm going to use it here. Okay, now we can check what is the size. System.debug, the size of the account, at how many records are there. Okay, in enter also, what I will do, I will make a list also. Maybe, I don't know, like maybe there is a chance that there is only 2 accounts, there is a chance there is multiple accounts, but you know, here we are not taking the account name. I will do account list name. I'm using same thing, everything is same. I'm just one time I'm using the list and I'm using the set. That's it. That's the only difference that we are talking about right now. let's see what exactly it will give. Maybe it will give the same, it will give me maybe different. Otherwise we will make some changes and we will check them. So now you can see the value are so much difference. In this the size is 2, in this the size is 4. This means the record were 4 records in which there were 2 accounts, right? So here you can see what is the name, right? Let's see, it will help you to understand what happened exactly with the set and list. Okay, let's see. You can see here in the list these 2 name are the same, right? SAP 013, SAP 013, because it is the list, so that's, it does not check the unique thing. So this, but in set it does check the unique thing, so that's why it is the same. And similarly this and this is same for set, so that's why the size is 2 for set, but for list it is 4, right? So now you understand basically how we use the set, list and everything else, right? So in this video I will, I have already talked about most of the things. So for list, the data type, if else condition, for loop, while loop and everything like that. So in that same scenario we are going to use that. In next video I will talk about more about the S objects, more about the how we will write the Apex class, how we'll call the method, what is the interface, what is the class, what is the private variables, public variables, how to use it, when we can call it, when we cannot call it, how to trigger from Apex and everything like that. We will call it in the third, fourth and fifth videos. There will be 2 more video, so let's watch it together. And thank you for watching this video. Please check codeacademy.com. Also subscribe on Facebook or YouTube and LinkedIn also, and see the video, make comments. Thank you for watching. This is Saf from Code Academy.